Hi there and welcome back to the last part of this very cool unboxing of premium model cars. We will get right into it and we will start with the BBR, the last BBR that I have in my collection, or at least the last that I have had in that box. I don't remember, to be honest, if I have another BBR models in other boxes that I have on the hallway, but we will see that when we will get there. That being said, it looks gorgeous in this blue box, and this time we will have a Pagani. So this is the first Pagani that I presented to you from BBR. It is made in China and not in Italy, but let's see how it looks. It is a limited production of 200 pieces, Pagani BC Roadster, so it should be a cool one. And let me get it out of the box. It has the same type of packaging, of course, with the BBR certification, of course, double layer of protection. I'll get this out, and this model is an absolute beauty. As you already noticed, for some of the latest supercars I have a habit of buying them on silver or on gray, because I like to try to imagine that they can blend in. If you can say this about a Pagani or about the Maserati that I took also in this similar color, but let's see how this beauty looks like. And this is the number 46 from that 200 limited edition, and it is an absolute beauty. As you can see, very cool color combination between that gray and that fiber carbon with a red stripe, something like a red or dark orange stripe. Absolutely fantastic details. Those rims and those brake discs are very visible and very detailed. Metallic red brake calipers, something that I really like. Quite aggressive front, a very cool combination between carbon fiber and that gray paint. Absolutely fantastic looking mirrors, something specific to Pagani. This Huayra is something else. And you are also able to see slight traces of that engine through that small window. And the interior, as you can see, it's a top-notch interior. You'll have the entire dashboard from carbon fiber with some traces of leather, very nice details. The seats are from leather, or leather wannabe, and you'll have also the seat belts available on this car. Lots and lots of details, making this model car an absolute beauty. Pirelli P0 tires, huge wing in the back, those specific exhaust pipes, an absolute beauty of a model. I'm really pleased with this one. You'll also have the Huayra BC mentioned here on the back. So top-notch details on this model car. A good way to start an unboxing, right? Good. Now let's see what we have from Peako. I haven't presented to you until now any model from Peako. I have 3 models right here, and I'm very pleased with each one of them, so I hope you are pleased as well. This is Apollo Automobile, or Apollo EA, a very cool concept, very futuristic car, if it will be for me to be honest. Quite similar box, but this time you are also able to open it like this, but I will try to get it out with care as I did with the previous model. Okay, you don't have any certification on this model car, but it compensates with the rest of the details. So a limited edition of only 50 models. This is the number 15 from that limited edition in a very cool chameleon paint. So depending on the light, you'll have different color on this spaceship, because if you are paying close attention, this is not a car or supercar, this is really a spaceship. Very aggressive lines, something like a samurai car from my perspective. It has absolutely gorgeous lines and a gorgeous design. You can see if purple or blue, or purple and blue, or green depending on the light, but it is an absolute beauty with fantastic details. You'll have those great looking rims with huge brake discs and very stealth brake calipers, because they are black but they are very detailed. Those fantastic looking exhaust pipes. I think that I've seen this car in a Supercar Blondie clip on YouTube, and she mentioned that those exhaust pipes are as expensive as a BMW M4, so this is quite something. You can see here that is the number 15 from that 50 models limited edition. Great interior, it is red with black, absolutely fantastic details, and I think that this is the biggest wing that I've seen until now on a model car. and on a car. Absolutely fantastic piece of design. So great start from Peako. Unfortunately, I don't have the rest of the models from Peako as extreme as this one, but the paint at least is as extreme as this one. But we will not continue with Peako now. We will let them for a few moments after. But we will go instead to the Up Eidolon, a Japanese company that I really like, that makes fantastic looking models, very detailed model cars, quite expensive to be honest, very expensive to be honest, and quite hard to get in Romania at least. Maybe in other countries in Europe you are able to get them easily, more easily or easier, but in Romania it's not an easy job. And this one, let's see if it's a limited edition, only 40 pieces, so quite limited. This is the number 3 from that 40 pieces limited edition Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo. And even if I have lots of Lamborghini Huracans, especially from Spark, believe me, there is a huge difference in quality and in paint and in details between those Spark models that I really love, to be honest, and this Up Eidolon. This is an aftermarket cover. I didn't receive it like this, but I think that I lost that protection. A very interesting type of green, a combination between a green and a chameleon paint, with absolutely fantastic details. Look at it. Very aggressive. The stand is also very cool. You'll have this plexiglass and plastic, very heavy ones and very solid. Those rims, those sporty rims are very cool. Also quite detailed brake discs and brake calipers. Those yellow brake calipers look awesome on this 63 number Huracan. Absolutely fantastic model. Look at these details. It is quite hard to see a better looking Huracan, to be honest. And again, I have a lot of model cars from Spark. I'm a big fan of Spark. If it will be for me to choose between Up Eidolon and Spark from a quality price ratio, I will always go to Spark, because that a Spark model is like 60-70 euros. This is close to 300 euros. So I would prefer Spark. But when you have the possibility to get, and if you have the possibility to get a model like this one, you'll have no regrets, because the details are fantastic. Very cool exhaust pipes. If you are paying close attention, you will see that they give you the impression that they are made from copper. So very cool details. You'll have that interior that is perfectly done. No complaints. Well, the only complaint is that they are hard to get and quite expensive. But other than that, awesome looking model car. Good. And let's see what we have next. Another Up Eidolon. So another Japan company. As you can see here, Up Eidolon, Japan. Tokyo, Japan. Very nice, even if it is mentioned on the box that it is made in China. Well, tell me something that is not made in China now in these days. Another Huracan, this time the number 20 from 50 pieces of limited edition. This is the Huracan Performante. Another very cool looking car in a very cool looking gray. Give me one moment to get it out. I love this. First of all, I like how Lamborghini, especially Lamborghini, Ferrari and other cars do this as well. But Lamborghini especially have that habit of adding the Italian flag on the side of the car. I think it is a very cool gesture on one hand, and it looks awesome on the other hand. Very cool silver or gray with gold rims combination, something that I really like. And as you can see, this is another piece of art. Fantastic details. You'll have that very detailed interior, those awesome looking gold rims, and you are able to see the Italian flag on the side, and in this case on the brake calipers as well. Very detailed brake calipers and very huge brake discs. Great details on the back. You are also able to see that V10 that looks quite of goldish. Very cool aspect of it. The interior is black with a red stripe on the seat, on each seat. Very cool and very detailed model car, and very aggressive Lamborghini Huracan, having in mind that this is the Performante version with that carbon fiber wing, but that very special carbon fiber wing that does not look like most of them look. If you paid attention to most of the cars that are from carbon fiber, you will see that they are stripes lines. In this case, this has a very different type of carbon fiber layer on it. I don't know exactly how they managed to do that, but it looks absolutely perfect. good. Now let's see something from Peako again. Peako was that model, that Apollo model in the chameleon paint. It is also a chameleon paint on this car as well, but as I said before, it is not as crazy. Well, it's difficult to see another car with a design as crazy as that. That being said, this is a very cool looking McLaren that I absolutely love, in a very similar color combination. Peako usually has two types of chameleon paint. This type that I presented to you and that you will see also on this McLaren, it is more of a blue purple type of chameleon paint, and they also have a gold type of chameleon paint that is also very cool. This is a limited edition of 50 models, and my model is the number 11 with a very cool leather stand. McLaren P1 GTR chameleon with gold wheels, limited edition, 11 out of 50, Peako resin, being a resin model. It looks absolutely fantastic, as you can see. Great color combination that changes based on the light with absolutely fantastic details. Huge wing, not as big as that Apollo, but other than that is absolutely huge and very detailed. Awesome back with those exhaust pipes in the middle, very cool aspect of that. Gold rims, I absolutely love those rims. Black brake calipers, huge brake discs. Black interior that you are able to see without a problem, having in mind that it has a very big windscreen. Unfortunately on the side, well, you can see on the passenger side the interior, but on the driver's side it has that racing small window instead of the normal window. That being said, all the details are here and I absolutely love this paint. It is an absolute beauty and it is very cool to see it in real life because it changes the colors based on the light that you have in the camera, in the room. Cool. Fline, the only model that I have from this brand. I don't know a lot about this brand. Well, I don't know anything to be honest about this brand, but the model card is very cool. It is a handmade model, as you can see on this box. Very cool box, very detailed one. And let's see what's inside. Similar type of packaging, of course. Let's take it with care. And this is a very cool looking Lamborghini. A Lamborghini Reventon. This time we'll have the Reventon Roadster. Fline didn't mention how limited is the edition for this Reventon, to be honest, but again, I don't really care. The color is absolutely amazing, very cool looking. Something between a cyan and a metallic blue, or maybe metallic green, depending on the light. Of course, even if it's not a chameleon paint, it can change the colors depending on the light. Awesome details. You are familiar with this model. It is one of the craziest models from Lamborghini. From that period of time, of course, they did another crazy models from that period of time. Awesome rims, very cool and very detailed brake calipers and brake discs. You are able to see inside without a problem, having in mind that this is the Roadster version of it. Plastic stand with the Fline and Lamborghini Reventon mentioned on that metallic plate. Also, you are able to see that V12 from the Aventador in the back of the car. Great looking interior, quite detailed. It's all black, unfortunately, with a slight stance of silver, but it has fantastic details. You'll also have those seat belts that are not stickers, are real ornaments. You'll have the pedals instead behind the wheel, and they are there, so very cool aspect. And if you are paying close attention to the back, you can see the air intakes and you can see lots and lots of details. Probably hard to see them on the camera, but in real life this is a gorgeous piece of machinery. So I don't know anything about Fline, but this model is a gorgeous looking one. I really like this one. Moving back to Up Eidolon with another Lamborghini. Let's see what model is this one. This is the Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce in a very cool baby blue color. Limited edition of 40 pieces. This is the number 22. And it looks very cool. Let me take it out. Yeah, fantastic looking model car, but I need just to put this back and I will show it to you in a few seconds. I actually made a separate clip for this Lamborghini on my channel. I will put a link in the description so you will be able to see it in more details, because it has lots of details and it will be a shame not to see it. That being said, Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce in this fantastic looking baby blue, very clean design. This is something that I really like from Makeup. They are making some very clean designs on their model cars. Look Smart is also a brand that makes very detailed model cars, but if it will be for me to put a model car from Up Eidolon next to the one from Look Smart, you can definitely see the differences, especially in the details, because Makeup makes them cleaner. I don't know, something like the real car but smaller. That being said, fantastic looking rims. I really love those rims, and they allow you to see those yellow brake calipers without a problem, that are also very detailed. Carbon fiber engine cover, so not many details regarding the engine, but that carbon engine cover looks absolutely perfect. 4 exhaust pipes, very aggressive stuff from the Lamborghini Super Veloce. Typical front from the same Lamborghini Super Veloce, quite aggressive one. And very cool black and yellow interior with lots and lots of details. The only thing that, well, regarding the model car I have absolutely no complaints, but I would have preferred, to be honest, from Lamborghini to see the Super Veloce as the last and the most powerful Lamborghini, but like they did with the Murcielago, for example, or the Diablo. But in this case, well, with Diablo I think they didn't make that, but with Murcielago they did. But in this case the Super Veloce wasn't the last and the most powerful model. If I'm not mistaken, the Ultimae was, and at this moment I don't have it. I'm expecting it most probably at the beginning of next year. On the other hand, today we are in November 17, so you'll most probably see this clip in March, February, March, maybe April. So I most probably will have that model car in the collection until you will see this clip. Fingers crossed. Good. The last layer of model cars, we will have a Peako, we will have a FrontiArt from Avant Style, and another Up Eidolon model car. So let's see the Peako first. Another chameleon car. I only had chameleon cars from Peako at this moment, and I do not regret that, don't get me wrong. This time we'll have a Pagani Huayra BC. So the coupe version of that Huayra BC that you've seen at the beginning of the clip from the BBR, but this time it will not be in a very elegant and docile gray. It will be in a very crazy chameleon paint. Let me get this out as well. Limited edition of 100 models, so quite a variety. This is the number 41. Same type of leather stand and a fantastic looking Pagani Huayra. Look at it and how detailed this one is. It is either purple, either blue or green, depending on how you move the model on the light. And it also has the central part from carbon fiber. Those fantastic looking mirrors that I absolutely love when it comes to Pagani. That signature exhaust pipe in the middle of the car. Very detailed interior. You'll also have some type of panoramic roof that allows you to see somehow the interior, but you can also see it through those windows, and it is a very detailed interior. Also from carbon fiber. You'll have the seats carbon fibers and purple. This time they are not chameleon, so you'll see them purple regardless of how you move the model car. Some slight details of the engine, something that you've seen on the Roadster version as well. Carbon fiber wing, huge Pirelli P0 tires. Are they Pirelli P0? Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, the brake calipers are black, so you are not able to see them in extreme details, but they are there. If you are paying close attention, you are going to see them without a problem. Absolutely fantastic looking model from Pagani and from Peako. Great combination. Unfortunately, these are the only chameleon model cars that I have in my collection at this moment, but who knows, maybe at some point I will manage to get others. Okay, let's see what we have now next. I will let the FrontiArt at the end because I really like this red box, so I want to end with it. So now I will present the Up Eidolon, the last one from this collection, and it is, well, this time we don't have a Lamborghini, we have a Nissan, limited edition of 60 pieces. This is a number 23, and this is the Liberty Walk version of the R45 GTR. So a very cool looking model. I really like this one. Let me get it out. Very cool red leather stand and an absolute beauty of a car. This Godzilla looks very angry, very nice tuning style from Liberty Walk. As you can see, the same message they have on all their tuning. Imagine of the people living in peace. Great orange and black interior that you are able to see quite well through those big windows, as you can see. Awesome looking chameleon style exhaust pipes. They are looking something between blue and purple depending on the light. Liberty are on the air intake in the front mentioned, Liberty Walk mentioned on instead of the plate number. Fantastic looking models. That ducktail instead of a huge spoiler. Maybe at some point I will get the version with the huge spoiler as well, but Up Eidolon are quite expensive, and if they are not Lamborghini, quite hard for me to make the sacrifice. That being said, very cool Yokohama tires, or I think that they are Yokohama. It is mentioned that they are Proxes Toyo tires. I've never heard about them before, but hey, cool rims, very aggressive looking rims, and that allow you to see those monstrosity of brake discs and yellow brake calipers. Fantastic details on this number 23 from the 60 models limited edition. Very cool looking one. Okay, and as I said earlier, we will finish with this very cool red box from Aventstyle. Aventstyle is one of the brands from FrontiArt, and this is a Koenigsegg Agera RS limited edition of 300 models. This is the number 47. Let's see how this beauty looks like. Similar type of packaging. Oh, it's awesome. It looks really cool. Let me get it out. Okay, nice. Good. Another very cool leather stand. I'm usually not the biggest fan of leather stands, but if they look cool, they look cool. And absolutely gorgeous details on this beautiful looking Koenigsegg. As you can see it right here. It has a perfect color combination between that burgundy and that carbon fiber. You are able to see the interior quite well. Don't have really problems regarding that. Even if the windows are not the biggest, you are able to see inside without a problem. You'll have some kind of panoramic roof, so you are able to see inside from that part as well. Awesome details. That specific exhaust pipe, huge exhaust pipe from Koenigsegg, and that huge wing the Agera RS has. Obvious Koenigsegg front, something that we all know and love. Those very cool looking carbon fiber rims and very detailed brake discs and brake calipers. Absolutely fantastic looking model. I love this color combination combined with the carbon fiber. It is an absolute beauty, and I'm quite glad that I ended the clip with this model, even if, like in the previous two clips, it is almost impossible. No, it is really impossible for me to choose a favorite, because I love this Koenigsegg. I love that Huracan Performante. I love both Huayra models. That GTR, P1 GTR McLaren in chameleon paint is also a beauty. Let's not forget about that very cool Godzilla Huracan GT3 from Makeup, and that insane spaceship from Apollo. I don't know, it's impossible. So the good thing is that I got them all and I love them all. And with that, I will thank you for watching, and next week we will start a new unboxing. Ciao!